Blog Talk Radio.
Women have the power to transform this world. We can end crime and violence if we all agree to do one thing: share. Let's share our wisdom, share our time, share our talents, share our finances, but most of all, let's share our love. This is the Female Solution. Join me, Naima Latif, every morning, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Central Standard Time, as we bring you stimulating discussions about the issues affecting our lives. If you're listening online at www.blogtalkradio.com/the-female-solution, press the blue button that says follow and get our daily topics every morning directly to your email and your smartphone. Hi, I'm Naima Latif, Executive Producer of the Female Solution Radio Show. We invite you to call in 515-605-9325 and participate in this daily think tank as we examine the challenges we face and develop solutions that restore peace and harmony. We are global transformers, changing the world from the way it is to the way it should be. We are one. Wherever we live on this earth, we are one human family. On behalf of our team of radio hosts, I'd like to extend a greeting to all the members of our family, whenever and wherever you may be listening around the world. To our family in China, Ni Hao. In India, Namaste. In Japan, Konnichiwa. In Korea, Annyeonghaseyo. In Russia, Здравствуйте. In Germany, Guten Tag. In Poland, Dzień dobry. In France, Bonjour. In Spain, Hola. In Italy, Ciao. In Egypt, Ahlan wa sahlan. In Ghana, Aswaba. In Nigeria, Peleo. In South Africa, Sawubona. In Senegal, Nangadef. In Kenya, Jambo. In Israel, Shalom. In Pakistan, Afghanistan, and Saudi Arabia, Assalamu alaikum. Greetings, and may peace be upon you all.
Grand Rising, and welcome to Monday Morning Mindfulness. How you're learning with Zelda Speaks on the Female Solution. Thank you for joining us this Monday, September 10th. We are in the midst of a new school year for our children and back to school for ourselves, for us as adults, because we actually never stop learning. So I hope today that you will take time to call a friend, text a friend, or send something on social media, because today is a day for everyone. Because if you are an entrepreneur or a business owner, this is the show for you. My very special guest today, and who is sponsoring the show, is our very own Karen Lee Kelly of iTex Chicagoland. She owns a brokerage agency and teaches you how to stop paying cash for your business and personal expenses. Now, it doesn't get any better than that, does it? Well, if you're listening online this morning, be sure and send your comments, questions, and suggestions to our Facebook page, The Female Solution, as well as Zelda Speaks, and all the other social media outlets, including Twitter and Instagram. Today's trivia, where you can win prizes. You can win the Mindfulness Stress Relief 21-Day Home Journal Practice Journal, as well as other prizes, the Innovative Mindfulness Belief System audio program, how to reverse type 2 diabetes, how to self-publish, date, rate, or checkmate a pre-marriage guide, or how to make money mystery shopping or make money online on Amazon. And do keep in mind that we're always looking for health ambassadors if you need to earn extra money, and do that in a way that helps not only yourself, But those who have diabetes, be sure and go to diabeticdonut.com. And remember to set those DVRs for the Higher Learning Network TV show, which airs Tuesdays at 6 p.m., Wednesdays at 1 on Channel 19. And you can always visit it 24/7 on the World Wide Web, higherlearningnetwork.org. Now that we've gotten the promos out of the way, let us begin this day with words of inspiration taken from Inspirational Conversations, Volume 2, with Shalomith Yisrael, a.k.a. Zelda Speaks. And today it's taken from September 8th, even though today is the 10th. When I open a book, I ask the spirit that is within me to guide me to share what is necessary for the day. And so today it came up with September 8th, which says, Hippocrates said, let your medicine be your food and let your food be your medicine. How many of us do that? I know I'm guilty on all counts. I eat something I know that's not good for me, then try to make good the next day or the next time by eating something I think is better for me, or fasting, or taking some type of cleanse. You don't know what is safe to eat now with meat being shot with steroids and antibiotics and heaven knows what else. Your vegetables have been sprayed with all kinds of chemicals. And so you say to yourself, what's the use? No matter what. If we, notice I said we, if we still eat junk foods, then we will continue to have junk thoughts, which will result in junk behavior. When we eat more hot curls for breakfast and fast food for lunch and dinner, then we wonder why we're so... Let your medicine be your food and your food be your medicine. Inspirational Conversations with Shalomith Yisrael, a.k.a. Zelda Speaks. And if you'd like a copy of that, it's available at zeldaspeaks.com. Just click on products. Now, this is a moment which some of us never get a chance to experience because we are so busy in the morning on our way out the door. And if you can't sit still this morning to participate in this exercise of morning meditation, then just put your phone on speaker as you prepare for work or school and just listen in and just do some deep breathing while you're cooking or preparing for your day, whether it's in the bathroom, you're shaving, you're showering, whatever you're doing. Just put it on speakerphone and just breathe with us, okay? So now's the time for our Monday morning meditation session. So we're going to spend just a few minutes on this. And what I'd like for you to do is, if you're sitting, if you can, sit in a chair, feet flat on the floor, back erect, nothing in your hands, nothing on your heart but that of love. And as you close your eyes, begin the process of deep breathing. And I'd like for you to breathe through your nose if possible. And if you can't, you can breathe through the mouth. It's okay. But anyway, we will inhale to the count of 6, hold your breath for a hot second, and then release that breath. So let us begin. Inhale deeply to the count of 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold it. And exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now continue counting to yourself. Inhale deeply. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One more time. Inhale deeply. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. As you continue breathing, giving thanks for the breath, let us begin with the energy from the top of the head that circulates throughout the body. So feel the energy as it is and begins to move and circulate from the top of your head down through the forehead, the eyebrows, the lashes, the eye sockets, the cheeks, the nose, the lips, and the chin, and the ears. Continue breathing. Inhale deeply. And as you exhale, give thanks as that energy continues to move throughout the body with the neck, the shoulders, the chest, the solar plexus, the breast, the stomach area, the sides, the hips. Giving thanks as that energy moves and circulates and percolates and keeps you in a healthy state of being. As that energy continues to travel down throughout the body, throughout the arms, the elbows, the wrists, the fingers, the palms of the hands, the top of the hands, as you continue to give thanks for the breath that moves and circulates its divine energy as it continues to flow throughout the hips, the buttocks, the thighs, the knees, the legs, and the ankles. We give thanks for the breath as it continues in the form of energy throughout the arches, the top and the bottom of the feet, and the toes and the toenails. We give thanks. And as you continue breathing, giving thanks for each and every part of your body that is experiencing this joy of being alive. We continue to inhale deeply and exhale, giving thanks for the breath because someone somewhere is unable to breathe on their own. They may be hooked up to a machine of some sort that helps them breathe. So give thanks for the breath as it continues to circulate and percolate. And you give thanks as you say out loud, I am. Two of the most powerful words on the planet. I am happy. I am healthy. I am whole and complete. Say it out loud. Words have wings. And the wings that you give throughout the day are the wings that will surround you throughout the day. I am happy. I am healthy. I am whole and complete. I am grateful. I am happy. I am healthy. I am whole and complete just as I am. Take one more long, deep breath. Inhale deeply. Hold it. And as you exhale, bend your head forward, chin to chest. Slowly rotate the head to the left. Slowly, 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 bringing it around to the back. Slowly, still breathing. Slowly, slowly, bringing it around to the right side. Slowly, slow down. You're moving too fast. Slowly, 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 still breathing. Bringing the head around to the front, chin to chest. And reversing the head to the right, slowly, slow down, just a little bit, slowly in very small increments. You should just be reaching the back. Slowly to the left, slowly, slowly. You should just be getting to the left. Slowly bringing the head around to the front, chin to chest, head straight up. Take a long, deep breath. Inhale deeply. And as you exhale, say, ah. Inhale one more time. And as you exhale, ah. Inhale one more time. I should feel a long, deep inhale. Inhale deeply. Hold it. And as you release, ah. And as you slowly open your eyes for the sight to see, for the brain that allows you to see, because it is still operating, it is functioning in a fashion that is so healthy and conducive for your life, for all that you have to do today. Turn your head to the left and to the right. Raise your arms above your head and stretch, stretch, stretch. Yes. I feel good. You say it out loud. I feel good. Say it out loud. I feel good all over as I give thanks for my heart, my liver, my lung, my pancreas, my spleen, my stomach. Oh, yes. And let us remember the areas of our body that produce other human beings, that give life. Ah, we give thanks for the circulatory system. Ah, yes, the respiratory system. Oh, we give thanks because we have it. We have access to life. Someone didn't wake up today. We glad that someone was not you. Long, deep breath. Inhale deeply. Ah, and give thanks. Yes, this is the day that the Lord has made. Let us be glad and rejoice in it with everything that we have that will enable us to live with purpose and passion. And my guest today is a guest of passion. She's a woman that I've known for over 10 years, I believe it is. And I'm going to tell you just a little bit about her before I open her mic. Her name is Karen Lee Kelly. Now, you may want to grab pen and paper today because this is going to be a show you do not want to forget. You want to remember Karen's passion and niche in life is to help small business owners, a.k.a. the backbone of America, support one another using iTech's Barter network as a means to maximize their sales, gain exposure, and offset their expenses. For the past 21 years, Karen has dedicated herself to teaching small business owners how to use a hybrid yet seamless form of legal bartering in order to turn what they have into what they want and need. How cool is that? Being an iTech's barter broker means Karen wears many, many hats and that she has a great responsibility in helping small business owners use trade as a means to maximize their sales and offset their expenses. At times, Karen is their business coach, and other times she's their purchasing agent. And Karen and her staff are always with their clients outside Salesforce, bringing them new customers. And that's what I love about Karen most of all. Karen says about her 200 iTech clients, I am their sounding board, their oasis in the desert, offering alternative solutions to their cash flow situation. And who doesn't have a cash flow situation? Karen says, I connect small business owners together and share innovative information with them. She says, I also keep them what is working for them going. Thousands and thousands of small business owners look to iTech's brokers like her for guidance, which means that we have to understand our clients' business needs and provide beneficial trade options. In a nutshell, what it takes is a creative person that cares about people and enjoys helping others, especially like-minded, independently owned small business. And that means you. If you're listening in Chicago or if you're listening in Thailand, in China, Russia, Europe, it doesn't matter. We can help you with that because there are iTech's agencies all over the world. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce to you our very own Karen Lee Kelly. Grand Rising, Karen, and thank you for joining us this morning.
Oh, thank you. It's a pleasure to be with you.
Thank you so very much for taking the time out of your very busy schedule and blessing us with your presence and letting our audience know what's available to them, because not everyone knows that bartering is available. I am such an avid believer in not spending cash. So if you could tell us a little of your story and how this came to be, We greatly appreciate that.
Oh, sure. Thanks, Zelda. Well, I was born with the barter gene, and I think that people either have the barter gene or they don't. And what I mean by that is when I was a child, I would trade toys, Barbies, and baseballs and whatever we had with the neighborhood kids, so we never got bored. When I was older, I worked at a pizza place, and everybody loved me because I would call other restaurants and trade our pizzas for ice cream and chicken or whatever else. So it just came natural to me, and I was in the restaurant industry, and I was looking for a regular job, and I went to a job fair, and I saw this little banner that said Barter Corp., and I said, I love to barter, and they said, so do we. And that was 21 years ago, and since then, I worked for, was headhunted for another barter group, and I was the vice president of restaurant and entertainment. And then after that, iTex came along, and they paid me for a year, and they gave me my own iTex franchise in Chicago after that. So for the last 21 years, I've been helping business owners trade with each other as a means to get what they want with what they have, and they're able to buy at the cost of their goods.
That is simply awesome, and it's so funny you said the barter gene. I'd never heard that one before. You know, and Karen, that's a good sign that you recognize that at a young age, because as kids, as children, we have it's innate in us to do what comes naturally to us. And as adults, we grow up and we listen to the world that tells us we need to go to school and get a certain degree and become whatever they think we should become. And we forget about what we love to do as a child. And it's just amazing that you knew as a child, as you say, you had the barter gene. I think that's awesome.
Yeah, it is awesome, and I never thought of it that way, but that's true. Children do really, they're so innocent and their minds aren't clouded. So, yeah, that's an interesting observation that I never thought about myself.
And one of the things I love most is that I didn't meet you personally, is that I met you via one of our representatives at the time I'm working with the Higher Learning Network. And they said that they met you in a McDonald's and you guys struck up a conversation. And he brought the information back to me, and I said to myself, bartering. Okay, so how does that work? You know, we've all probably heard about it, but what is barter and how does it work? Can you explain that to our audience?
Yes, and I definitely remember meeting your associate, and we had a very nice conversation, and he said, I know someone who will be perfect for this, and that was 10 years ago, and it's worked out well. And the way that it works, it's not one-on-one barter where you trade directly with someone. We're very similar to a bank, a third-party record keeper, if you will, and we have a legal currency called iTex dollars, and our members all have an iTex bank account. And when they trade, they take money from their trade bank account and they electronically transfer it to whoever they're buying from. And then that person, the seller, can use those trade dollars to buy from someone else. And we do charge a small 6% cash transaction fee when our members trade. And the more our members trade, we can get them their ongoing accounting and advertising and maybe even their rent and things that they buy on a regular basis, and that's a good way of saving for them, and it's a good way of income for me. We also have opportunities where we train people to open their own iTex offices, which is really cool.
You train. I got that email some time ago, and I said, wow, they're training people how to open their own barter office. How cool is that? If I wasn't so busy doing all the things that I'm doing, I think I would have done that. But I know it requires some attention, and I can't do that. So
you would be great at it, but I know it does require a lot of it. I mean, it's not, you build your base and you work with your clients, but it's not really work. It's helping each other, and you develop really good, long, respectful relationships, business relationships with the clients, and so it's kind of like everybody's just supporting each other and everyone's got each other's back. So It's very rewarding.
It is very rewarding, and so rewarding that it helped me relaunch my speaking career, because one of the bartering agencies, I guess, like not agencies, that's the one. One of the businesses, I should say.
A trading partner.
Partner.
Or client, yeah.
Yeah, trade partner. One of the trade partners is Chicago's own Bill Walsh from the Power Team International. And I took years ago when I was in radio, I was speaking for a living, but I got out of the business and to start editing as the executive producer for the Higher Learning Network show. And I kind of put my speaking on the background. And when I ran into him, he reignited that from Power Team International. He had a conference in Las Vegas, and in Miami. And I went to both of them with the help of iTex. I used iTex dollars, and I didn't have to spend a dime on the conference. I just had to pay for my airfare. And I just thought that was awesome. One of the other things is that the Higher Learning Network, which is a nonprofit agency, it needed a van to transport not only camera equipment, but the children as well to and from the studio that we were working on where we produced the TV show. And we were able to get another van. And I'm like, oh, my God, we can get pretty much anything. So in addition to that, well, what's today? Monday, last Wednesday, I think it was, I got an email from Jackie, who is under you. I think she took over. Well, anyway, Jackie sent out an email.
Jackie's my trade director. So she's amazing, and she's my right hand for sure.
Yes, she is. And Jackie sent out the email for a trip to Hawaii. I'm like, oh my God, and I can't get the time off. I'm sick. I want to go to Hawaii. And I just don't have the time. But I said that to say this. There are so many, many, many opportunities of things, of places to go, of purchases. There's just so much. What can someone who's new, who doesn't have a clue as to how this works, what can they learn or benefit from very quickly?
Well, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to put their name in front of millions of people, so their business, they're going to get the exposure that, you can't buy anywhere else, and that branding. And then we're also helping them get some new clients to build up their base. And a lot of times when you do trade transactions, say, for instance, it's someone that does, they blacktop your driveway. I might have my driveway blacktopped or seal coated, whatever they call it, because it needs the work, and I pay with my trade dollars. Well, my neighbor, one of them's a teacher, so they don't own a business, and they can't, pay with trade dollars. So then they say, hey, they did a great job. I'm going to hire you on a cash basis. So my point is, a lot of times when you have trade connections, you end up getting spin-off cash business from your trade connections. But the best thing is when you do have trade dollars in your account, you don't have to pay full price for anything because you're buying at the cost of your goods. So we'll use that same example of the seal coater. If he charges me, I'm just going to use easy math, $100 to do my driveway, it probably only cost him about $10 in material and his time. So he's getting $100 worth of spending power for $10 out of his pocket. So it really is a great way to offset expenses and to get what you want and need without having to wait for it or take a loan or put it on a credit card.
How awesome is that? Because everybody knows, you can only put so much on a credit card. After a while,
right, you have to pay it back. Right,
you got to pay it back.
Right. We offer credit lines too, which is really cool because we offer credit lines too, which is a big help, especially for new businesses. And it's not like a loan where they have to pay it on a certain day of the month and it has to be a certain amount. When you have a credit line with iTex, you just take the trade jobs that work out for you, and then eventually you're not in the hole anymore. But it's really, we've saved so many business owners and helped them thrive for many, many years. iTex has been around for 36 years, and our corporate office is in Bellevue, Washington, near Seattle.
Oh, and I am so grateful that you said that, because at some point the Higher Learning Network needed a loan as well, and they were able to get it. And I was just ecstatic. Our director, Deborah Peterson, was simply in awe of it, and I'm sure some of our listeners are in awe, and you will be in awe with these other, because we're bringing on, it's 7:30, we've got to go to a break, but we're going to bring on Lori Sanson, Walt Willis, and Jackie Camacho Ruiz, some of the other business owners who are also ITEX members, and they're going to share a little of their story with us and how it came to be. So you hold on, Karen. Don't go anywhere. We're going to take a commercial.
Okay.
And we'll be right back. And if you're listening online, feel free to join the conversation at 515-605-9325. And remember to press 1 so that we'll know you're on the line and that you want to speak, okay? That's 515-605-9325. We'll take a commercial break right after.
Hi, this is John Alexander.
And I'm Naima Latif. Meet people like you who are making a positive difference in the world.
Big difference.
Watch us every day on The Media Connection at www.youtube.com/The Media Connection TV.
YouTube it. We'll see you soon.
There are people who choose to make a positive difference in the world. Our job is to bring you their stories to motivate you to do the same. Join us each week, host John Alexander and Naima Latif, as we bring you the educators, entertainers, elected officials, religious leaders, and community activists whose works are transforming this world. Find out how you can make a difference too. Be inspired. Watch The Media Connection.
Mondays at 5 p.m. and Tuesdays at 12 noon on Cable TV, Channel 19 in Chicago. In other cities, check your local cable listings.
Do you worry about finances, family, health, job, relationships? Are you in pain? Do you feel stuck? If you answered yes to any of these questions, help is available. Don't worry, you're not alone. It's part of the human process. You only feel this way because you haven't mastered the voices in your head. No hype, just down-to-earth, solid, workable tools and techniques that you can practice daily. It's really food for the soul, whether you want to learn how not to worry about anything, reverse type 2 diabetes, publish a book, promote your product or service, or just make extra money. To take advantage of the deal of the day, go to zeldaspeaks.com or call 312-409-6619. Mention promo code The Female Solution and get free shipping. That's zeldaspeaks.com or 312-409-6619. Stop worrying today. Visit zeldaspeaks.com.
I'm Dr. Willie Wilson. Community and police need to come together again. Police need to walk the streets, get to know the citizens. They can ride the buses, the L, the subways, and once again, become the officer friendly we always hear about. Police are the front line between us and the criminal element. As mayor, I will begin program to assure they will get to know us as our neighbors.
Paid for by Willie Wilson for mayor.
This is Maika, and I want you to join me every Thursday, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. And let's talk about it. There are so many interesting things to talk about, and we have many thought-provoking discussions. We have amazing guests on the show, and you'll find real transparency, a really peaceful environment, also a healing environment as we do EFT and other healing modalities to bring ourselves into congruence and balance. It's also a child-friendly environment. And we have an open mic. All you have to do is press 1 to be heard and to say what you have to say. No fear, no fake, real truth. That's what you'll find on my show. Visit our archives at The Female Solution on Blog Talk Radio and listen to past discussions that are intriguing. Call 505-615-9325. Invite a friend and listen in, and I'll see you then on Blog Talk Radio. Let's talk about it with Maika every Thursday.
Are you having challenges with your 2-year-old who has suddenly discovered they have a free will and has learned to tell you no? Are you having challenges with your 8-year-old who has suddenly learned how to tell untruths in order to avoid punishment? Are you having challenges with your 13-year-old who has suddenly realized that they know everything and you know nothing? Parenting is a challenge. Our children are here to learn and grow in understanding so that they can reach their highest creative potential and contribute to a new world of peace and harmony. To do our part as their teachers and protectors takes wisdom, patience, and skill. Join me, Naima Latif, and facilitator Mark Shahid on the Parenting and Family Reconstruction Learning Lab every Thursday, 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. Central Time on American Muslim 360 Blog Talk Radio. Tune in at www.blogtalkradio.com/American Muslim 360. Call in with your questions at 515-605-9891. That's 515-605-9891. Spare the rod. Love the child.
And thank you for joining us back here on the Female Solution, Higher Learning Zelda Speaks. Your Monday morning mindfulness. And my guest today is, Karen Lee Kelly of iTex Chicagoland. And she is also an author, and she is showing us how to stop paying cash for your expenses for business owners and for entrepreneurs. Karen, we didn't talk about your book at all. We forgot to talk about Angels on Your Pillow. You're not only a business owner, but you are an author as well. Let's talk about that very briefly before we bring on Lori and Walt and our other guests.
Becoming a published author, I wrote a book called Angels on Your Pillow, and it was after what my mother said to me every night at bedtime, and of course I said it to my daughter, and the tradition moved on, and I woke up one day and I said, I have to write a book, and it's going to be about a little girl who wants to see her angels, and she's patting her pillow and looking for her angels that her mom put on her pillow, and she sees a feather, and she says, oh, this is my angel, and she unzips her pillow, and she makes a big giant mess, and there's real angels in the room, but she can't see them, just like sometimes we can't see the angels around us. And the little girl goes to bed happy, and the room is a big giant mess with feathers, and the angels clean it up, and they make sense of it all by leaving an acronym for the word angel, which is always near God's endless love. And so that was my first book, and my second book is called Snow Angels on Your Pillow, and it's an illustration right now. And this is a little boy who believes that snowflakes are angels, and he wants to surprise his grandmother, so he sneaks out in the middle of the night and brings in a bunch of snow and makes a big wet mess. And again, angels clean that up, and they leave an acronym for the word hugs, but I'm not releasing the acronym yet until the book is out.
Oh, very smart marketing.
Yeah.
I like that.
I also have my grand dream, and I don't want to be like a dream because it's going to happen, but I want to have angel hug stores. So similar to American Girl doll stores where people can go in and it's the characters of the books, because I've got a couple more books that I'll write in the series, and then the merchandise, and I'm really big on mental behavior wellness. So I want to do, I don't want to say mental illness. I want to focus and donate to various charities, especially when it comes to people's mental health and well-being, because I think that a lot of the problems that we're seeing today are, children that had problems and they grow up to adults that have problems, and, mental illness and mental wellness has such a stigma, and I think that everybody needs the right counseling to be nurtured. And if I can write this book and get these stores going and donate to that, then I'm doing what God wants me to do.
Well, thank you for listening to the spirit that is within you to do what it is that you need to do so that we can all maintain a healthy mental state. So we thank you for that. And you are our angel on our pillow this morning. And speaking of another, You're quite welcome. And thinking of another angel, I'm going to open up her line, Lori, at 402-612. I'm opening up your line. Thank you for joining us this morning as I tell you a little bit about Lori. Help me pronounce this last name, Lori. Is it Sasson or Sasson?
Sasson. Yes, Sasson.
Lori Sasson is an internationally known psychic hypnotherapist who has traveled across the country changing people's lives. How awesome is that? She's able to align the soul, allowing a better flow toward the direction of your purpose. I love that. Lori is also a consultant for many businesses. She's able to quickly identify what changes need to be made in a company to have the most profits immediately. I love the word immediately. No other psychics have been able to do what Lori does. She can completely remove energies which harm your growth and prevent your abundance. We got to talk after the show, Lori. Among her areas of expertise, Lori helps individuals and families struggling with the negative effects of addiction, as well as creating personal growth through mindful awareness practices. Other specialty areas of focus include career challenges, transformations, overcoming negative emotions such as fear, anxiety, and anger, dealing with profound loss, letting go of negative habits like smoking, procrastination, overeating, and so much more. Lori Sanson, where have you been all my life? Thank you, and welcome to the Female Solution this morning.
Zelda, I have to say, what an amazing radio show you have. This is fantastic. It's all about raising the consciousness and getting rid of the fear, which fear is false evidence of appearing real, which, even as Karen is talking about her book, that book, Angels on My Pillow, is one that takes the fear away from children so they have a positive outcome, a positive mental outcome. It all starts with your thoughts. So what a fantastic radio. Thank you. Thank you, Zelda.
Well, thank you for being who you are and recognizing that there is a place for you on this planet where you are greatly appreciated. I cannot tell you, I'm looking at your bio and everything you do, everything I could use some assistance with, We all look like we really got it going on, but we all have some challenges on a daily basis.
Absolutely.
And it's people like you and Karen and our other guests who are coming up, Walt Willis, who will be coming up in the 8:00 hour. Tell us how this process really began for you, Lori.
Well, it's funny because all my life I've been pretty psychic, but I thought everybody was. I just knew things about people, and then I would also dream my life in advance and would tell people what it was about to experience, they were experiencing and what they were going to experience, and they didn't like that. So I started recognizing people had a lot of fear of that and that I had to be careful. But, my sister was in a car accident when I was 17 years old, and I felt like I could just touch her and she'd be fine. She was in a coma, and for whatever reason, I just could not bear the sight of her when I saw her in the hospital on a life support. And so I couldn't touch her, I couldn't hold her, I couldn't do anything. It just shocked me too much. And so I wasn't able to do anything. I went into computers and I worked for the railroad and got a master's in computers. But while I was doing that, I happened to see Oprah Winfrey had a guest named Rose Altia that wrote a book called The Eagle and the Rose. And she spoke about having an Indian chief as a guide that would help her with people to say what was going on in their lives, and maybe there was a liver problem or a kidney problem. And I resonated to what she was saying. I started reading the book, and then all of my abilities started coming back. One thing led to another, and in 2004, I started doing this business as a psychic, and absolutely loving it. It was something that just truly sang to my soul, and I found that a lot of people, and we talk about energies and thoughts and words have power. All of that is absolutely true, and yet people aren't really conscious of it and aware of how much it affects us and how it changes our existence just by changing your perception. And what I do is I help identify that in people, and it's very simple, it's very easy. Even one of your advertisements, they were talking about EFT. And with iTex, I'm going to tie it back into iTex. I've been with the company for 14 years. It's an absolutely incredible company. I help a lot of group people in business EFT, and within that hour, they have thousands of dollars coming into their business. So, I mean, it's really about changing the perception. A lot of times we get upset, angry, or whatever for the moment, and it blocks that higher vibration from the divine, from God, that could be allowing great abundance and great joy in your life. So what I do is help clear that from people.
Well, let me tell you, Lori, you can tell me anything. I'm open and receptive. I think I will step beyond the fear and open up my airwaves and be open and receptive to whatever you have to tell me. I think I'm ready for that. So we will definitely talk after the show, and thank you for recognizing your own gift and moving forward in it, because not everybody is able and ready to do that. It takes a powerful person, a person who stands in their own truth, to know that the direction in which their life is flowing, it may be full of some ups and downs, especially as a business owner and entrepreneur. There's going to be a lot of days when you ask yourself, why am I doing this? But when you know that real answer, you'll be able to move forward. So thank you so much for sharing that, Lori. How did you and Karen meet? How did you and Karen meet? I'm interested in knowing that.
Karen, do you want to answer that?
Oh, I'll speak up. Well, Lori is in Nebraska, and I'm in Chicago, and iTech members connect, and I saw her promotion, and I thought, I'm going to, see if she wants to do a reading on me, and she was amazing, and that was probably 4 years or so ago, and we've been, doing regular on-the-phone readings a couple times a year, and it's just every time it's very enlightening, and it's exciting and very meaningful for me.
Wow. So it just goes to show that you don't have to live in the same city. I mean, we're reaching people all across the planet. So we're grateful. I'm very grateful that you two connected. And as we connect this morning, if you would like to join the conversation, please feel free to call in at 515-605-9325. And remember to press 1 when you speak. We are going to the phone lines now. We're opening up the mic for 312-802. You are live on The Female Solution. Thank you for joining us. What's your name and where you're calling from?
Well, this is Minister Cynthia Marie Williams, and I'm so appreciative of both of the guests that you have on today. The bartering, historically, let me just share a little thing about myself. I'm gifted just as your guest who does the businesses. Yes, I was gifted from childhood or before, and I'm now working on a book. You guys are really inspiring me to write a book, because we come into the realistic being with assignments to help, and there's no competition in spirit. Once we really understand that, we're all here to do the work to lift up the planet and change the vibration. We're part of that change that is going to take place on this planet. We're bringing beauty, love, all the humanity that we were created to do on this planet. Now, let me get to my point. With the bartering, I had a job in the 80s in a small publishing company here in Chicago, Adams Street. There was a Polish young man there that did bartering, but it was an independent type of bartering that he did. He gave me an example of a motorcycle that he had, and he bartered with someone else. Did he get a car or something on that level? My question to you, Ms. Lee, is your organization, is this for independent individuals? I mean, could you kind of give me help in this? Because I know that it can be done, and there is a culture where they're doing it independently, individually. Now, do you take people who are individual? How does that work? Do you help us to move to the next level?
Yeah, well, if anybody, normally our clientele are businesses and or charities. But if anybody has something that they'd like to trade, they're not limited. So as long as there's something that someone has that they'd like to exchange, turn into something else, then yes, everybody's welcome. And it's free to join as well. You do get a 1099 at the end of the year. So it will look as, any of your barter sales will add to any income that you have. But the beauty is if you're spending iTax dollars on business or things that are tax deductible, you can write that off on your taxes and not have to spend cash on them.
That's what I was wondering about. Also, now in regards to the other young lady who has been blessed with that gift to help on that level in her spiritual intuitiveness, I identify with that because I too have this gift and ability. And my assignment is to lift up the community. I'm out here in the vineyard working to spread the information that I am available for this kind of help on an individual level. But I want to say to both of you, fantastic women. I appreciate you. I'm impressed by you. And I'll be 70 September the 18th. We always will learn.
Oh.
We're on to do our work.
Happy birthday.
Yes, ma'am.
Likewise, we're impressed by you.
Oh, my God, you guys are just wonderful. Say that again. My hearing is not as well. Go ahead.
Happy birthday to you.
Thank you. Oh,
Happy
my God.
birthday to you. I know I can't sing, but my heart is in it. Happy birthday to you. And many more.
Oh, yes, I mean, yes. And many lifetimes, too, until I evolve to the highest level. But you know what? Just thank God for both of you. Everything is just fabulous today. And I just want to thank you. And keep me in your thoughts as I do my work here in the vineyard, in the community.
I will do. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for calling in, Minister Cynthia, and for sharing that information. We could not have done it without you. We greatly appreciate the fact that you joined the conversation this morning and that you appreciate the work that we do, and we appreciate the work that you do. We appreciate all of our listeners. If you're tuning in this morning on social media, you can do so on Facebook, The Female Solution, as well as Zelda Speaks. And you can also hit us up on Instagram and Twitter. And we'd like to continue the conversation of helping business owners and entrepreneurs to stop paying cash for their needs, because I have the honor of having iTax broker Karen Lee Kelly on the line, who can answer any of your questions if you're thinking about joining Stop Using Cash and Using Barter. And we're going to bring to the line Walt Willis at 847-971. Grand Rising, sir. Your mic is open. Thank you for joining the Female Solution.
Good morning.
Grand Rising to you, Mr. Walt. Can I tell our, I think Karen is going to. Karen, did you want to tell a little bit, or I can tell a little bit about Walt? Well, actually, Walt has spent, he sent me a little information here. Walt says, I have spent 30 years as a sales trainer working in the areas of insurance and credit card processing. In January of 2010, he had colon surgery and was diagnosed with stage 4 colon cancer. And if anybody knows anything about cancer, you know stage 4 is deadly. And Walt was told that he had 30 days to live. Cancer had already spread to his liver and lungs, and after 9 years, with prayers, God's help, family and friends, strength and support, he is 2 months away from being an official survivor. In 2009, Walt joined iTax as a merchant and built his iTax account to over $12,000, which he really needed during the time that he couldn't work. But now he's back at work building an iTech business as a franchisee. Now, you got to tell us about that. And he knows firsthand what iTech can do for a member and can easily testify as to the need for merchants to join and benefit from such a great company. Thank you so much for joining us this morning, Walt.
Well, thank you for that introduction, and I'm excited to be on the program here with you today.
And we're excited to have you because you have a story that many people are experiencing, and they don't know that there's someone else out there just like them who's going through the same thing. That diagnosis must have been heartbreaking for you. How did you handle that and continue to work?
Well, that's a great question. I wasn't really able to work for about 2.5 years, and so iTech really helped carry me. The money I had in that bank helped me financially carry me through the times that I wasn't able to work. So I really appreciate the benefits and know all the benefits of being an iTech member. But when I first had the surgery and the doctor came in after the surgery, he said, well, you got 30 days to live. You got stage 4 colon cancer. I was so overwhelmed. I said, well, I just bought some new shoes. I guess I could take those back. And I'm not going to probably need those. And then about a few hours later, the oncologist came in and he said, oh, no, he said, I think we can keep you going for probably a year or two with chemo treatment, and we can we'll come up with a extension plan where we try to extend your life. There was not ever a goal to have me survive. It was just to extend my life, and as long as I could. So I thought, well, maybe I'll keep those shoes then. And I went through 6 surgeries and 42 weeks of chemo and 6 different treatments of radiation, and I just stuck with the plan and had faith in God, and I had all kinds of friends and family praying for me in churches, and I believe in what that God helped me get through this. And I've often wondered, why did I survive when 99% of people who have what I had died? And so I'm still in searching to find out what that purpose is, but part of that has to be sharing that story with other people. It's not easy really to talk about, but I do want to encourage people and share with people to have the strength to keep looking for answers and medical solutions, and also to try to not take first doctor's advice and say that you're going to die, and keep fighting and keep working to find a survival plan. And after about 2.5, 3 years, my plan changed to a survival plan, and everyone was on board to see if they could convert me from extension to survival. And I have my final appointment in November at MD Anderson, where I had all my treatments done. And if I pass that exam, then I'll be considered an official survivor and won't ever have to think about cancer in my future again. So I'm pretty excited about that, and I hope everyone that wants to will pray for me to help me make sure that happens for me.
Well, let us speak that into existence right now. You've already passed that exam. You're just waiting for the physical results. We speak things. We give life to what we want. So we already know that you are already healed in 2 months, whether it comes 2 months from now or whenever. You're already healed, and we give thanks for that right now. We send you energy. We send you healing energy, and know that you have always you have already been blessed with the gift of good health, and we thank you. How has iTech been a beneficial to you? I mentioned that in your bio.
I'm a real believer in ITEX and the bartering system because prior to getting the cancer, and I've been in a sales trainer for 30 years, and I kind of wanted to do something different. So I moved to Las Vegas, and I started a vacation rental company, and I had some vacation rental properties that I managed and owned. And I got started with, I'll give you a little more detail about how ITEX works as a merchant. But obviously you have empty nights where people aren't booking your vacation property. And so I was able to turn those empty nights into revenue through ITEX. I put those in up for offer into the ITEX bank. And when people wanted to come to Las Vegas, wanted a vacation home, they'd say, well, we'll do it on Barter, and I'd get, say, $250 a night in barter instead of in cash. It would be in barter, mm-hmm. But they got to use my hotel room without putting up cash. And for me, it was going to be an empty revenue night anyway, so why let it just go to waste? I would just turn it into barter dollars. And then after, it was very fortunate for me that I had, before I got the cancer, I had built up about $12,000 in my ITEX account. And as I needed cash to pay other expenses and bills through either car repairs or whatever, the different things that I needed, I was able to use my barter dollars to pay for that rather than having to try to find the cash because I was limited on my cash because I wasn't able to work for most of that time. And it took a long time for me to get on to the disability program. So in the meantime, ITEX helped me get through that. And so I'm a real believer in having other types of revenue coming in versus just letting your time or asset devalue because it's already gone. So it's a way to turn an asset that you have into revenue rather than just letting it go to waste.
Mm-hmm. I'm so glad you mentioned that, Walt, because I've completely forgotten about the fact that the Higher Learning Network, the organization that I edit their TV show, I forgot that they needed car repair. They had oil change, transmission, engine work. I forgot about auto shops on the list. I mean, auto, jewelry, you name anything you can think of in the world. It's on iTech. It's on the Barter directory. It is simply awesome. So thank you for coming on and sharing your information. Right now, we're going to go to a commercial break. Don't go anywhere. If you're listening and want to join the conversation this morning, please mute your phone so that we don't hear any noise in the background, but you can call in at 515-605-9325. And remember to press 1 if you want to speak. And when we come back, we're going to go to the phone lines and open up. I will find it shortly, but right now, let's take a quick break and we'll be right back.
We have an opportunity to transform the whole global society in the next 50 years. 50 years from now, the earth will be populated by a new generation of adults, many of whom are yet unborn. Our mission is to nurture them in childhood with love, guidance, and protection, and to raise them in healthy, happy families. If we impart values of compassion, generosity, and respect for fellow human beings in the next generation of children, they will create a world where people can live together in peace. This is our goal. Be a part of the transformation. Get your copy of the book, The Female Solution. Go to www.naimalatif.com. That's www.naimalatif.com.
Hi, this is Beata, your holistic life coach. Every Friday morning, I'm on The Female Solution. I'm also blogging live every Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Soul Purpose Healing, where I help you get back into alignment with the Creator's love, compassion, and wisdom. On Sunday, You can call in at 215-383-5863 or go to www.blogtalkradio.com/soulpurposehealing. When I'm not doing spiritual adjustments on Blog Talk Radio, I'm helping clients reduce the stress in their lives with EFT, essential oils, and cost-saving health plans like Ameriplan. Ameriplan is a better way to save money on your health care expenses. There is more information on how to contact me at www.yourholisticlifecoach.com. Till then, stay in joy.
I'm Dr. Willie Wilson. A previous mayor destroyed the great assets in the middle of the night, forcing corporate and private aircraft to land elsewhere. Jobs and revenue was lost, and convenient access to the business in the downtown area is gone. As mayor, I fully intend to reopen Magfield.
Paid for by Willie Wilson for mayor.
Hi, I'm Beloved, and I'll be joining the Female Solution family on Saturdays from 12 noon to 2 p.m. with a brand new show entitled Women Entrepreneurs International. Women Entrepreneurs International empowers women to be financially free by starting their own home-based business. I look forward to being with you Saturday, 12 noon. Call in 515-605-9325. We, WEI, we are the answer.
And thank you for joining us back here on The Female Solution, Higher Learning with Zelda Speak, with your Monday morning mindfulness. And if you are an entrepreneur or business owner thinking of making a purchase or services, then you are listening to the right show. My very special guest today is the one and only Karen Lee Kelly, broker of the Barter agency, iTech Chicagoland. Karen, I just thought we did not even give out your information, the website to follow, as well as that of Lori Sasson, Lori Sasson, and
Sasson.
Walt, and Walt as well. And do we have Miss Camacho Ruiz? Is she with us?
Jackie was not able to be on the call, but this is Karen speaking, and I can share with Jackie, share with the listeners Jackie's amazing story. She's a entrepreneur times 10. She wrote 10 books, and she is a pilot. She is a young mother, and she is the owner and founder of JJR Marketing, which is a pretty big PR firm in the Chicago area. And Jackie has a story. She was born in Mexico. Her mother had several miscarriages, and she got pregnant with Jackie, and her pregnancy stuck. And Jackie came out a fighter, and she's been sick a couple times. She had cancer, and she's had some other really serious illnesses. And she never lets fear get in her way, and she believes everything's possible. And she just, her job, her station in life, as she says, is to ignite and to get others to be their best. And she is very authentic. She's a public speaker, worldwide public speaker. And she's just an amazing person to know. She helps me with PR with my book, and she's also an iTech client, which is really cool. She uses her trade dollars for business expenses, for home remodeling, for entertainment. So it's a really beautiful story that she has, and I'm blessed and honored to be able to work with her.
And I was reading her bio, and I'm like, wow, she can't make it. We're going to have her on at another time, because she has an awesome story to tell, just as Lori and Walt does as well. We're going to go to the phone line at 515-605-9325 and open up the line for area code 773-885. Your line is open, and thank you for joining us on the Female Solution this morning. Area code.
Hi, it's Mama Joy. How you doing this morning?
Hi, Mama Joy. Thank you for calling. I love it. Mama Joy brings joy to the morning show.
Yes, I declare. I'm enjoying this so much. I got to get all these guest names, and they're all coming with wonderful information as well as enriching with their own personal experiences, which is always a plus for me because it lets me know that they truly had a journey, and whatever it is that they're presenting it, that they had challenges that they had to overcome, and that makes them pretty authentic to me. The bartering, I know Karen Lee, she's the author of The Angels on Your Pillow, but and I wanted to know because I'm in Chicago, and I wanted to know, are there organizations that you have? This is a national organization. No, it's just global. Do you have any places in Chicago that you know of that I can contact regarding that and what that's about? Because I've got a lot of stuff, and I didn't realize that I was bartering. I would have a gentleman come and do work for me, and I was paying him cash. And then he saw some of the electrical equipment and things that I had. He said, well, you know what? I'm willing to do it for you if you're willing to let me have this. And I didn't realize. I said, oh,
love it.
And it was such a strange, it was this real strange feeling because my husband was he loved speakers. He was an electronic buff, and he had a lot of things. I really didn't understand it. And I still have a lot of things that are pretty valuable. I believe in it. But people are, I guess what I'm saying, Wanda, if you've never done it before, it can be kind of uncomfortable. But anyway, I was able to barter, having to do some work around the house, do painting and different things for these things that I have. And so I never really thought about all the rest of the stuff I have in here, what I could do to make it work and as an exchange. So could you comment on that for me in terms of how I can contact someone to give me some understanding of exactly how it works and so that I can increase my value? Yeah.
I'd be delighted to. First of all, the phone number is for ITEX in Chicagoland, and it's I like ice, T Tom, E Edward, X X-ray. It actually stands for International Trade Exchange. The phone number for ITEX in Chicagoland is 847-755-3000, and that is my direct line, 847-755-3000. And I'll do my best to answer, but if not, leave a message, and I will call you back, and we can discuss how we can take what you have and turn it into what you want and need.
Well, that's what I need, and that's right. Well, thank you so much. I need that help rather than fussing about the clutter. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Did you also write the book on your pillow?
Yeah, Angels on Your Pillow. Yes. Yes. As my ITEX office, I go by Karen Kelly, but my author name is Karen Lee Kelly. But either way, a lot of times people can't remember if my first name is Kelly or my first name is Karen. So if you just want to call me KK, that's all right too.
Okay. All right, as long as I don't have that third KKK. Okay. All right, we're okay.
All righty now.
But Karen, you also expressed interest in the mental health. Is that right? Okay. Good.
Yes, absolutely. I think that's the key to the future. A big key, anyway, is getting everybody's heads where they're in a good place and thinking kind and good thoughts instead of messed up and fractured.
Well, that's something that I too, just very briefly, am very concerned because tomorrow on the show I will be working. In fact, tonight I'm going to a suicide prevention workshop, and tomorrow we will have a mother who lost her 15-year-old, and I believe that with the bullying and the things that's going on, that's a major focus that we should be considering, because if one does not have healthy good mental health, then there's also a spiritual component too that is being impacted. And right now, people are sort of a loss of directions and not knowing, but one has to find that place of home and security within themselves, and they're just not able to do that. And like the gentleman who was able to overcome his 4th stage cancer, he had to have a shift in himself to be able to overcome that. So I believe that is, I want to kudos to all 4 of you enjoying your program this morning. Rhonda, very, very, very excellent. So thank you for saying yes to Female Solution and being a part of healing and lifting the consciousness of our communities in the world. Thank you.
And thank you so much for joining us this morning. If you just tuned in to the Female Solution, Higher Learning with Zelda Speaks, our guests today are Karen Kelly of ITEX, owner of the Barter Agency, Chicagoland Currency. Is that correct, Karen?
Yeah. Well, my corporate name is gosh, I can't even think of my corporate name right now. I'm kidding. Yeah, right. Sometimes you just get stage fright and you don't even know where that comes from. Confident Currency. Confident Currency is my corporate name, and I do business as ITEX in Chicagoland. But Confident Currency says it all because it's a currency that you can bank on, you can be confident with, and we're confident in our members that we work for them, so and they're confident in us that we're going to put their best needs in front of us rather, so that we can help them.
And that was Confident Currency, also known as ITEX in Chicagoland. So what is the website for that?
You could there's a couple different websites. The easiest is itex.com, so www.itex.com. And people can actually join online, where there's a blue button on our website and it says Start Now. And then when it asks for a promo code, simply enter the word Karen, Karen, and your account will get set up and we'll get you going.
And that is itex.com, and the blue button, it says Start Now, and the promo code is Karen, Karen. And
correct.
Also,
and the phone.
Go ahead.
The phone number again, 847-755-3000.
847-755-3000. Excuse me, I know many of you may have questions after the show is over with, and you can contact Karen. And we also, have Lori Sasson. Lori and Walt, we need your contact information as well. We don't want to wait to the last minute and try to get all that information in. So let's get it in now while we can before we take some more callers.
Okay,
so,
mine is LoriSasson.com. That's SASSEN, LORISASSEN.com.
And what will you be helping our listeners with?
Well, whoever may call, of course, it's all about raising that vibration and getting that positive attitude and positive mindfulness like you're speaking of today.
Mm-hmm. Because we live in such a world that is so full of negativity. It's all out there on social media and the programmed media, regular commercial media. So we appreciate you and thank you for the light that you bring for this increased consciousness. So do remember to visit her website. Thank you, as well as, now don't go anywhere because someone may have questions for you. And also Walt Willis And how will people contact you, Walt?
Well, best way is with my phone number is 847-971-9258. And I forgot to thank you for allowing me to be on the program today. I'm not sure I qualify to be on here with all the great talent you already have as other guests, but I appreciate that opportunity to share the success story, that I've had with my battle with cancer. And what I would like to bring to the table is if anybody out there is looking for advice or help with getting set up at MD Anderson Cancer Center, or I have information available on how you can get free airfare to go see them and get free transportation back and forth to the airport, and help give you any information or advice you need on how to follow up and get great cancer care. I'm very happy to do that. I think that's one of the reasons I'm still here, is to help share a success story. If you need encouragement, you can contact me. So I really appreciate Karen allowing me to be on the phone. And I'll say a couple of things about iText from a member standpoint. As a merchant, iText does a great job of promoting your business, and it's all for free. They put you on their website. They send out newsletters regularly to promote your business and tell people about you. But they also monitor the results that merchants are providing. And for me, it's been a great resource. If I need something done, if I need a dentist or a lawyer, if I need a car repair, I can call Jackie or Kelly and say, who would you advise me to call or contact? So not only am I paying for that in my trade dollars, but I'm getting great advice as to who the better merchants are to work with. So I know I'm going to get quality service for the value or the money that I'm paying. And that's sort of invaluable to me.
And it is definitely invaluable, because one of the things that you just reminded me of is that how they do promote. It's like you're not in this on your own. That newsletter is crucial. It reminds our listening and viewing audience that this is available for you. And those resources don't come easily, because people always
you don't know who to trust, right?
Right. You don't have a clue as to who to trust. So you have to trust your instinct that will tell you. And when I first heard about iText, I trusted my instinct. I'm like, this is the way to go, because the organization that I represent had just started out, and they were in need of clients and all kinds of resources. And now, 10 years later, it's like they're on the map. They're all over the place, and they've taken advantages of all of the services, not all of them, but a great majority of the resources that are available. And I'm so happy to hear that you talk about the vacation spots in Vegas, because everybody goes to Vegas, even if they don't gamble. I don't gamble, and I've been to Vegas several times just to be there in the hot sun when it's freezing here in Chicago. And the fact that you can get a hotel room or a home, because hotels are expensive. You spend the bulk of your money on sleeping, and you may not even sleep that much because you go there to party or, have fun. So thank you for providing that service. Thank you for doing that. Greatly appreciate that.
Well, the thing about Karen is she's really dynamic, as you can tell by listening to her on the phone. And she's extremely helpful, and she's not looking for anything in return. She just loves to help people. So she's a great resource for anybody on the call here to contact her and get some help with their business.
And it is an honor and a pleasure to be able to serve, because the world in which we live in teaches us me, and that's not how we uplift the planet. That's what the Female Solution is all about. It's raising the vibration so that we become attuned to nature, our gift, our purpose, our natural gifts, talents, and abilities, and to share them without cost, to give of yourself, because the gift came through you. It didn't come to you. It came through you. And if it came through you, you are supposed to share that. It's supposed to be in your body, and you use that gift to give to the world to make it a better place. And if everyone does that, we raise the energy level, the consciousness of the whole planet, and we can't all help but to be happy. And we wake up and we have our challenges, but we go through the day armed with the, I hate to say a lack of a better word, ammunition. I don't like that word, ammunition. Armed with our spiritual armor to help take our lives to the next level. And this is the next level. So thank you for joining us this morning.
Well, amen to that. I agree with that's a big amen, and that's a great way to put it. And as far as one more thing about iTex, it's just a pretty simple question. If you'd like to pay for something that you need for your business or for your personal life, and you just ask yourself, would I rather pay with that in my services that I offer in my business, or would I rather shell out the cash for it? And when you get to a decision that I'd rather trade my services for that instead of putting out cash and conserve my cash for other things that I have to pay with cash, then you're going to want to do barter.
Yeah, I think I'd rather do barter any day than pay cash. I'd just rather keep my money in my pocket.
Yeah,
I want to
cash
save
is
that.
king.
Cash is king. I want to save that when I go to Vegas and not gamble. It's okay for those who do, but not gamble. I'd rather do some shopping. What about you, Lori?
I'm the same. I'd rather relax and kind of go by the pool in Vegas myself.
Yeah. I'm all for you on that one. If you're just joining the conversation this morning, you're listening to the Female Solution, Higher Learning with Zelda Speaks, and my very special guests today are Karen Kelly of iTex, the barter broker agency called Confident Currency, and also known as iTex in Chicagoland. You can visit their website at itex.com. If you'd like to stop paying cash and start using barter dollars, this is the place for you. And her phone number is 847-755-3000. And we also have a very special guest, Lori Sasson. I keep saying that wrong. Lori Sasson, who is somewhat of a person that has such gifts that she can see things and help you move through some of the things that you are experiencing in life that is not of your well-being. And last but never least, that would be Walt Willis, 30-year sales rep, who is now in the business barter. Of helping barter business as well. And he's a merchant, and he can give you, because we always have questions, because you always get questions about how to use merchant services. So if you've got questions this morning, feel free to give us a call. The lines are open at 515-605-9325. We've got about another 25 minutes to answer your call. And please remember to press 1 so that you can speak and we can open up your microphone. And if you're listening online, at our social media is the Female Solution on Facebook, as well as Zelda Speaks. And you can join us on Twitter and Instagram. But we're going to a commercial break right now. And when we come back, we're going to open up the phone lines. And we're ready for you to take a listen. We've got some very special information for you, and we'll be right back.
This is Minister Cynthia Marie Williams, spiritual counselor and advisor. I invite you to a private reading in the areas of business, health, finances, relationships for an introductory cost of $20. Please call because there is a higher power that can help me help you. 312-802-4743. Peace and blessings to you all. Call me, 312-802-4743.
Oh man, God sent the monthly sun bill today. This sunlight is really expensive, especially during this season. I'll probably have to work overtime to pay it.
Well, you better pay it on time. We don't want the sun to go out and we're sitting up here all day in the dark.
Wouldn't it be terrible if God charged us for sunlight? Well, thank God, the light and heat from the sun is free. So why are we paying such high bills for the energy we use in our homes? Because we don't know how to use solar energy, the free energy from the sun. You can convert your regular home to a solar energy home and save tremendously on your electric bill. Take a look at your electric bill. Wouldn't you like to reduce or possibly even eliminate that cost altogether? Let one of our solar consultants show you how. Call today, 312-849-3456, and schedule a free consultation. That's 312-849-3456.
Do you want to live in a world without war? Join our global peace movement. Heavenly Culture World Peace Restoration of Light transcends culture, religion, ideology, and other boundaries to achieve peaceful harmony in the global society. HWPL is committed to bringing world peace and cessation of war through peaceful dialogue between religious groups. I am Director Shin-Suk Kim of the HWPL Chicago branch of North America. Join us for our next gathering. Call 773-580-1501 and be a part of the movement for world peace. Email us at chicagohwpl@gmail.com.
While taxes do provide the funds to pay for our services, high taxes can drive business out of our city. Residents then go out of state to buy gas because our gas taxes are so high. And when they buy gas, they stop and buy many other items. Lowering gas taxes will keep those residents and dollars in our city.
Paid for by Willie Wilson for mayor.
Are you ready to take charge of your health? Hi, this is Beata, your holistic life coach, and I'll be joining the Female Solution family every Friday morning to assist you in your journey to abundant health. Together, we can reduce the stress, which most health professionals agree is a major contributor to disease. Every Friday, I'll be sharing the knowledge I've gained from over 20 years in the holistic health field. The word holistic simply means taking into consideration mind, body, and spirit to balance and heal your human self. I am truly excited to be able to serve you on the Female Solution.
Hi, I'm Wanda Carter, producer of the Woman to Woman TV show. We'll be joining the Female Solution radio show on Sundays from 5 to 7 p.m. with a panel of women discussing everything from romance to finance in order to find solutions to the daily challenges we face. So get a pen, call a friend, and stay tuned in to the Woman to Woman show with Wanda Carter on the Female Solution radio show. Sundays, 5 to 7 p.m. Central Time at www.blogtalkradio.com/the-female-solution. Call in and comment at 515-605-9325. Press 1 to join the conversation, and let's talk about it, woman to woman.
Is Monday morning a struggle to get out of bed into the swing of things? Well, don't worry, you are not alone. Join us for thought-provoking, stimulating and mindful conversations on higher learning with Zelda Speaks for your Monday morning mindfulness session on Blog Talk Radio, The Female Solution, Mondays, 7:30 until 9 a.m. Be sure and send your ideas, thoughts, comments, and suggestions. Also, if you'd like to be a guest on the show, visit ZeldaSpeaks.com and send us your info. We'd love to have you. Experience mindfulness moments with the mindfulness/stress relief coach, Zelda Speaks. And thanks for sharing the mindfulness moment tip of the day. Stay on purpose, stay empowered, and stay tuned to your next session of mindfulness on Higher Learning with Zelda Speaks. Make it a mindful day. And thanks for listening. And thank you so much for staying here with us on blogtalkradio.com. The Female Solution, Higher Learning with Zelda Speaks for your Monday morning mindfulness. As you're headed out the door or already where you're going, do keep in mind that the breathing exercise that we experienced this morning, if you enjoyed it, I'd love to know. I'd love to hear it. And we'd love for you to go to Zelda Speaks Mindfulness on YouTube so that you can see more tips and techniques as well as hear testimonials of those who have participated in the breathing session to see how it's made a difference in their lives and how it can continue to make a difference in your life. And speaking of people who have made a difference in their lives, I forgot to mention at the beginning of the show, there was a memorial this weekend for executive producer AP, we called him. His name was Art Porter. He was the super producer for the for the Mond Squad, MOND. There was, back in the day, there was Bonnie DeShong, John Mons, and George Wilborn on V103, and he was the radio station, and he was the super producer, we called him, because at Clear Channel, where we all worked, he worked on WGCI FM as well as AM V103 and Gospel Radio 1390, the station that I was on. And Art Porter was such a loving and sweet man. I had no idea that he was even ill. And he passed away about a week ago, and his memorial was this past weekend in Oak Park. And it was so crowded. You know, all the major TV outlets were there, 257-932, and there were like 3 floors, and there was no room for anybody else to get in. So I was there on the ground floor watching the memorial from the lobby. And as people poured out, I'm thinking to myself, I don't know any of these people. And as people began to leave the memorial, I began to see some of my coworkers that we used to work with. And we just all got together and talked about art. It was a really cool thing. And that's on Facebook. If you go to my Facebook page, Zelda Speaks, you'll see some of the photos from that memorial. So please keep in prayer the family of AP Art Porter. And thank you so much for your support, not only in that, but in listening to this show, which our very special guests today are teaching you how to stop paying cash for your needs. It's the show for business owners and entrepreneurs, and my special guests today are Karen Kelly of itex.com, also known as Confident Currency, and doing business in Chicago is iTex in Chicagoland. But you can also go to the website at itex.com and click on the blue button that says Start Now. And the promo code they ask you for, the name is Karen, Karen. And that's itex.com. And Karen is also an author. You can visit her website, angelsonyourpillow.com. I love that. And I love the story about the angels. That's angelsonyourpillow.com. And let us also be reminded of Lori Sasson. And you can visit her website at lorisasson.com. That's LORISASSEN.com. Did I get that right, Lori?
That's correct.
And what can people expect when they go to your website?
Well, again, what we talked about is raising the frequency, raising your vibration to have a positive attitude, a positive mind. Absolutely.
And I love when you say raising your frequency and your energy, because oftentimes when you are on social media, not you in particular, but when we're on social media, there is so much negativity going on, and it's so easy to get caught up in that negativity, like the incident that's going on with the burning of the Nike shoes, and somebody sent out a text the other day. Okay, now you can burn your Ford, if you have a Ford car, with the Colin Kaepernick, that incident. So it's so very easy to get caught up in negative energy, and you want to respond, but you have to ask yourself the question: if what I am responding to on social media or in my personal life, how is that helping raise the frequency, raising the energy, the positive energy of the planet? And what am I contributing to it?
Oh, thank you. Absolutely.
Am I contributing something positive, or am I falling prey to the negativity? So that's a question that we have to ask ourselves. And thank you so much, Lori, for
thank you.
having that available.
Not only that, a lot of times because of the stuff that we decide to have such strong passion and opinions about on the negative side is mainly what's going on within us. So sometimes if that's something that we're focusing more on, then we have to look at ourselves and say, what is it that we can change within ourselves to make it more about love and not about fear or hate?
Wow. Now that's a question. You know, it's easier to point a finger at a situation when it's harder to point that finger back at self and look at self and say what you just said. That takes courage, and that takes strength.
Yes.
And not everyone is ready to do that. So we have to keep that in mind. And as well as our male guest today, Walt Willis, who has overcome such great challenges, health challenges, as well as business challenges. Walt, I thank you for hanging in there with us and sharing your story and making sure that those who are listening know that whatever health challenge that they have or may experience in the very near future, if they're an entrepreneur, business owner, or just a simple individual, they can't give up. They have to move forward with that dream. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's absolutely right. You just have to be positive and do what the doctors tell you to do, and keep up the fight. Don't give up.
You can't give up. You don't have a giving up spirit, so you have to move forward. And we're going to move forward and open up the lines at 708-677. Grand Rising, your mic is open. Thank you for joining us. Who is this?
This is Sister Maika, Grand Rising.
Grand Rising,
glad I got
Sister
a chance
Maika.
to get on. Yes.
Thank you for joining us.
You have some very exciting guests on. And I would like to have a couple of questions for Karen. Is there a membership startup fee?
No, it's free to join, and our members can quit anytime, so there's not any risk. When you do trade, we charge a 6% cash transaction fee, and then there's a monthly association fee, which is $20 cash and $10 trade, but we give you the first 3 months for free, so it's kind of like a trial, and then once you've experienced benefits, you'll realize that $20 is the best cash you could spend a month because of the benefits you're receiving through trading rather than spending cash.
The other question is, how do you accumulate your first trade dollars?
Well, we start you out with a line of credit, so you're able to purchase before you sell anything, but you'll have to provide either some sort of service or some sort of product. So, for instance, if you were an attorney, we would promote you to other business owners, and we'd say there's a new attorney in the network, and people would say, oh, I'm interested, and they would call you, and they would introduce themselves as an ITEX member,
and they would then get state their needs, and if the attorney decided to accept them as a client, which they normally would do, then when it comes time to pay the attorney for their services, they use their electronic iTex dollars, which are a legal currency. It's just a private currency that spends within our network, and there's 70 iTex offices throughout North America, so literally you can earn iTex dollars here and spend them in California or Florida or Toronto or wherever. And we have our job is to help connect, to broker the transactions. So we find out what you're interested in, what you spend on a regular basis, what you need, what you have, and then we connect you with the proper business owners to trade with.
Great. Thank you. Sounds very exciting. Lori, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm wonderful. Listen, I've been looking for a psychic. I have a client. I told him just the other day, I said, we need to find a psychic for you to get to the bottom of the problem that he has. But I'm wondering if you could, online right now, do a reading for me.
For you particular or for him?
No, for me, in terms of
okay.
I'm getting ready to launch a product.
Okay.
It's a calendar. It's an African American history calendar. It's called the 365 calendar. And
fantastic.
I just want to know what you see this coming year in terms of this calendar.
Well, just to give you an example of kind of what I do, is first on a scale of 1 to 10, I look at your energy, 10 being the best, 1 being not so great. And on a scale of 1 to 10, you're currently a 9. So that's fantastic, because what you're going to do is you're going to attract more experiences at that level of 9, which is wonderful. And when you're talking about the new business and the launch of your calendar, what I look at is mainly kind of like Zelda keeps talking about, is stay focused on the love, stay focused of the sharing of your gifts, because that's what it's truly about. It's not about anything else. And when you do that, everything comes back to you tenfold.
Thank you so much. And Zelda, one other number I would like for you to give is Jackie's number. Could you give Jackie's number, the PR firm person?
Oh, I can do that. Yes. Give me a second here, and I'll I have it on my.
Okay. And thank you for having such exciting guests, Zelda, this morning.
Oh, thank God. I'm just the channel. I'm just paying attention today. Okay. And thank you for calling with that question. I like that. I'm tempted to ask for a reading myself on the air. And while she's looking for that, I think one of the benefits that you have, Maika, for being a Barter member with iTex is that you have a product as well as a service, the EFT, the tapping, not only the book, the calendar, and the book, which is awesome. Oh my God! And why haven't you talked about the book? You're talking about the calendar. What about the book?
Well, because I'm still I'm re-editing it and adding some things, and then as soon as I get through with that, I will be marketing it full time. Thank you for the encouragement.
Okay, wonderful. And I want to have you on the show as a guest to come and talk about that book, because I read one page and it blew me away. So I can imagine what it's going to do for our audience.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. So I'm going to hold you
so
to
much.
that, Mike.
I appreciate you.
Thank you so much, Michael. We appreciate you and the work that you do on Thursday mornings. Let's talk about it with Maika. So you be sure and stay tuned for Maika. She always has something exciting for us. Also, so I just love your touch, so matter-of-factly, and this is just the way it is. And you can take it this way or you can take it that way, but this is how it is. I love that about you. I love that. I simply love it. And we're looking for that number for JJR Marketing. That number is 630-445-2333. That's JJR Marketing at 630-445-2333. I wanted to read a little bit of her bio because she has such a fascinating story. I could not believe what I was reading. I'm looking for the bio for Jackie Camacho Ruiz from JJR Marketing. She became a marketing genius at the age of 23. Who does that? It says, adversity fueled this Latino to follow her dreams and pay it forward along the way. She's not here, but I want you to know what you're going to experience when she does show up. It says, when Jackie Camacho Ruiz was a senior in college, she was diagnosed with a rare condition that led to the reconstruction of her entire digestive system. Oh, my brother-in-law is going through that now. He just had surgery, so I know what that's like. I don't know what it's like, but I've seen him. I see what he's going through. Anyway, no, not less than 2 years later, she was starting her own marketing agency, JJR Marketing, at the age of 23. She says, I was told many times from people around me and even family members that I should not do it because I was too young and inexperienced. The one thing that I did know that it is my burning desire to be an entrepreneur in the land of opportunity was bigger than me. Jackie goes on to say, since finding the marketing agency more than a decade ago, she and her husband have strived to work with clients that understand the value of a mission-driven society, a motto that Camacho Ruiz lives by personally. From her hobbies, learning to fly planes, to the way she uses her career to pay it forward, she is driven by the desire to live up to her personal mission. One thing she knows for sure is the compound effect of daily commitment towards your dreams will inevitably lead you to their physical manifestation. It works every time. It works if you work it. And she goes on and on and on to share, but I'm going to hold that information and let her share that with you when she shows up here on The Female Solution. I am honored to have you listening today as well as participating in the Female Solution Higher Learning with Zelda Speaks Monday Morning Mindfulness. And I am so grateful to be alive this morning because not everyone made it today. The voices that you hear today are those business owners and entrepreneurs who are still here on the planet to help you make your way through. Because if you're listening and you have a job, and that's okay, but I know you have a dream too, and you have a team right here, Karen Kelly of iTex, Lori Sasson, I'm going to call her our intuitive guru who can read you and tell you some things that you may want to know or not to know. But it's available for you if you have the courage to stand up for it. And Walt Willis, who is a 30-year salesman and who is also a member of iTex. In closing, can you tell our viewing audience, listening audience as well, what is the one thing that keeps you on track and makes you stay with an organization that helps move you forward in your business, and a business like iTex, a bartering company like iTex? Walt, would you like to share with us?
Well, I truly believe in the program for merchants who are starting out or struggling and or even successful and just need more business. And it's a great way to get free promotion to build your business, add additional customers to your business from the referrals that iTex gives, and help you be more profitable by trading services instead of having to put out cash and conserve your cash for things that you need to survive in your business. And most businesses are always looking for a way to save money and get more business and use their cash wisely and maybe save for other things that they have to have cash for. And I just think it's a tremendous program. And Karen is so dynamic; she can help you utilize iTex to the maximum benefit to you and your business.
And I think that's wonderful because you said something that made me think about the Higher Learning Network TV show, and which we've had on members such as yourself and of iTex who they didn't have to come to us with cash. As executive producer of the show, it's my responsibility to help get a guest on the show. And we've had guests on the show who love it, and they've come back 2 or 3 times because they always benefit from not only being a member of iTex, the Barter agency, but they gain more television exposure in a professional setting in order to continue to promote their products and services. So I'm very grateful for that, to be a member of iTex via the Higher Learning Network TV show. And that's also available for our listeners as well. And Lori, can you give our viewers and listeners a closing thought?
Absolutely. I'm going to talk a little bit about iTex as well, because I've been there for 14 years. And initially when I started, what was fantastic is you're able to advertise through wonderful different magazines, and even if you use the iTex logo, they'll pay for half of it. They'll barter half of your advertisement for you. So it's always been such a wonderful opportunity. I've even had an actress off of CW Network as a client. I won't say her name, but it's always amazing who you'll find on iTex. That it's just a wonderful organization, as Walt has mentioned, but also that you can travel anywhere in the world, places you can travel. You can go on cruises. I mean, it's fantastic, and the whole bartering idea is wonderful. In fact, I'm getting my photograph taken today by a photographer on iTex, so that's a wonderful little gift that I like doing. You can get your nails done, your hair, so on, etc. Zelda, I just have to say, you have such a wonderful spirit about you, and you move so many people with this show, and it's just so fantastic. I'm so grateful that you are doing this for people, and it's just uplifting and inspiring, and it just helps people recognize that today you can change. Today you can change your thoughts.
Yes.
Today you can be positive. Today you can no longer be who you used to be and be someone better. Thank you for that. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And thank you for putting to that. But not very early. We've got about 30 seconds. We got to wrap it up here. So Karen, can you give the website a final thought?
I'm losing your. I hope you can hear me, because it was a little bit staticky on that last comment. But I just got goosebumps from head to toe when Lori mentioned the love that you have and the good that you do, and that's a blessing from God, showing that you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. You're influencing other people. You're planting seeds, and I'm honored to be your friend and your iTex broker. And I look forward to our many, many years in the future with working with you, Zelda, and working with Walt, who's actually in the mentorship program with iTex. He'll own his own iTex office one day soon. And then also with Lori, she's been a blessing to me as well. So thanks to all of you, and love to everybody.
And thank you so much. And be sure and visit itex.com and click on the blue button. I want to thank all of our listening audience for being a part of the Female Solution and for raising your consciousness. It is possible. Yesterday was yesterday. Yesterday is history. Tomorrow is a mystery. Today is the day that you can change. Stay on purpose, stay empowered, stay tuned to your next session of Monday Morning Mindfulness on Higher Learning with Zelda Speaks.
Go to www.facebook.com.
And remember to go to the website, higherlearningnetwork.org, to see all of our TV shows. Stay on purpose, stay empowered. Stay tuned to your next session next Monday morning, 7 to 9 a.m. And be sure and share this message with someone. Make it a great day. Peace and much prosperity.
Watch our TV shows, listen to our radio shows, order our books, and be sure to get your copy of the book, The Female Solution. On behalf of our team of radio hosts, I'd like to thank all of you who participated in today's discussion. And to our global family listening from all around the world, we say thank you. To our family in China, Sheshe, India, Zanyaba, Japan, Arigato, Korea, Kamsahamnida, Russia, Spasiba, Germany, Danke, Poland, Jean Couillon, France, Merci, Spain, Gracias, Italy, Grazie, Egypt, Shukran, Ghana, Medasi, Nigeria, Eshe, South Africa, Ngiyabonga, Senegal, Geret, Kenya, Asante, Israel, Toda, Pakistan, Shukriya, Afghanistan, Tashakor, Saudi Arabia, Shukran. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Thank you, and may peace be upon you and the mercy of God and God's blessings.